Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to tell you the numerical solution of truss, and most of the students are having difficulty in solving the numericals on truss. So want to tell you the easiest solution and easiest way to solve the trusses by using joint method. So this is an engineering mechanics numerical. So I'm going to tell you what is the question and how can you solve it out. So the question is determine the force in members AE and DC. So you don't need to go for only AE and DC. You should have to find out all the members, because I want to tell you the solution of to find out all the members. But this question was given in the engineering mechanics book by R.C. Hibbeler, so that's why I put it here exactly whatever the question was there. So I want to tell you the easiest way to solve it out, but I want to learn you as well how can you solve the all the member forces of any truss. So state if the members are in tension or compression, and you have to decide it whether the force members are in tension or compression. It means that you have to decide the nature of the force here. So you can see this is the question, and at joint A you can see that there is let me take select pan here. So you can see here this is a hinge support. So what does it mean by the hinge support? What you have to do, you have to find out two supports here, because if a hinge support, you have two components. One is the horizontal and another one is the vertical component. So you have to find two support reactions at joint A first. Then you have at joint C, what you have it is roller support, so you have only vertical component over here. So what you have to do, one more thing I want to tell you here, the question is very easy. Why it is easy? You can see this is forfeit A to B, and this is also B to C is forfeit, and this is 3 feet is given to you. So the size from A to B and B to C length is same. So it will be easier for you. You can easily find out the angle. Here I am telling you, for example, you should write down 4 here and 3 here, and you can write down 4 here and 3 here. So if you will find this theta, if I am going to say that, for example, this is theta 2 and this is theta 1, so what will happen, you can easily find out this is theta 1. So I mostly tell my students that you can find out all the angles first, and then you have to move on for the trust numericals. But here I think so the angle will remain same, so there is no need to find out in the start. I found it in the solutions in every step. And there is one load is here. You can see this is an external loading, that is 800 pound force, and that is also acting downward. So we are moving towards to find out the support reactions. So I am moving towards the next slide. You can see this is the solution and this is the diagram. And first one at joint A, you can see AX and AY, both are in upward direction. So I always take support reactions, direction of the supports to be in towards the support itself. So at joint C, you have CY. So what you have to do, for example, I am going to sum up moment at A. Why I'm going to sum up moment A? Because one more thing I want to tell you here, we will find out support reaction by equilibrium analysis, and you can say that you are going to find it out by using equilibrium equations. So, and you can also say that the principle of moment. So I am going to sum up moment here at point A. Why I am going to sum up here? Because AY and AX will become 0, because there is no distance for AX and AY, so that's why it will become 0. So two support reactions will get 0, and then it is very easy for me to find out CY here. So what I have to do, keep it in mind when you are going to sum up moment here. So at moment A, for example, you are going to sum up moment at A. So what you have to do, its direction will be, for example, I always take anti-clockwise direction positive for the moment. So for example, if I am taking anti-clockwise direction positive, so it is clockwise direction, so it should be -1. And its direction, CY direction, should be anti-clockwise, so it will become +1. And keep it in mind, the distance for 800 pounds is 4 feet because it is the distance from A to B. So it is 4 feet because it is lying at 4 feet from point A. I am talking about 800 pounds. And for the support reaction CY, it is away from 8 feet away from point A, so I have to take 4 feet here. For not for 4 feet, I have to add 4 plus 4, it will become 8 feet. So summation of MA equals to 0, and the anti-clockwise direction is positive, so 8CY. So 8CY minus 4 into 800, I told you already. So CY becomes 400 pounds. You can see here. Now I'm moving for the vertical forces sum up. Yeah, for example, I'm going to use here equilibrium analysis again, and I am going to sum up vertical forces. So how can I sum up vertical forces here? I'm telling you there are 3 forces here, 3 vertical forces here. Let me change the color of my pointer, and for example, I'm taking green marker, green pen, and this is AY and this is CY. Both are upward in direction, so upward vertical force should be positive. You can see here, I show you here, and the 800 pound force is downward, so it should be -800. So what I have to do, AY plus CY minus 800 equals to 0. Then I will get the value of AY equals to 400 pounds. You can see here. Now what I have to do, I have to sum up horizontal forces here. How can I sum up horizontal forces? So you can see there is only one horizontal force, that is support reaction AX, and there is no any other horizontal force. So if there is only one force, so summation of Fx is equals to 0, and its right hand side should be positive x-axis, so Ax is equals to 0. So this is the way to calculate the support reactions for the truss problem. Now I am moving towards joint method, and I am going to find out member forces. For one more thing I want to tell you here, that I have to select joint C. You can also select joint F also, because this member and this member will become 0 because there is no another force horizontal and no another vertical force. And I can also, if I will go for the selection of joint A, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are 5 forces at joint A, and if I am going for the joint C, so it is 1, 2, 3. So I think it is easier for me to calculate member forces starting from the joint C. So first I am taking joint C. How can I take joint C? Let me tell you. I am going to draw the free body diagram at joint C. So how can I draw it? Let me tell you. These are the axis, positive x-axis or negative x-axis, or y-axis, positive y-axis as well. You can see here, and in the mid you can see that it is joint C, and it is 0, 0. You can see there is a force inward to the for example, it is towards the joint C. So next is what? CY is here. You can see this is the force acting upward, and there is another force which is also acting upward on the positive y-axis. So what I have to do, this is FCD force member, and there is another force, that is FCB. You can see it is on the minus x-axis. So what I have to do, I have to sum up horizontal forces equals to 0, and then I have to sum up vertical forces equals to 0, and you can see that there is only one horizontal force. So what will happen, it should be minus FCB. So there is no need of any angle here. All are the forces lying on the x-axis and y-axis. So what I have to do, you can see here, there is a summation of Fx is equals to 0, and FCB is equals to 0 because there is no any other force acting on x-axis or in parallel to x-axis. So FCB is coming out to be 0, and that is 0 force member. So I am moving towards the summation of the vertical forces. You can see here, this is the vertical force, and in vertical force you can see FCD and CY, and both should be positive because both are in upward direction. So what can you do here? FCD plus CY equals to 0, you can see here. So what you have to do, FCD plus 400 is equals to 0. So FCD equals to minus 400 pounds. And if it comes the magnitude in negative sign, so what does it mean by that? The force nature is compressive. So it is in this force member force is in compression. So this is the way to calculate the member forces at joints by using joint method. This is done. We have calculated two member forces, FCB and FCD, but there were 9 member forces. So we have to calculate all the 9 member forces. So if I have calculated 2 member forces, so it means what? 7 member forces are left. I am moving towards the